And it's been a while since I last made a video. I've been having like some sinus problems. It's something that bugged me since I was a little kid. And just recently, like my daughter brought back some kind of a flu bug from school, and it got me pretty bad. So I had an infection. I just got on a course of antibiotics. It's finally getting better. So, anyways, today's topic is about the market attacks strangers. So what made me come up with this topic? Basically, uh, I was thinking of something that happens on a very regular basis with new traders, and very often, like people who come to the binary lab, uh, they talk to the admins and they say that like I think there's something in binary. I think binary can work, but why is it that I keep getting killed by the markets? Okay, so it's when I told my kids a bedtime story that I read on a website, I thought it's such a relevant story to the same thing as to why people get killed by the markets. Okay, why the market tends to kill more newbies than experienced traders? You ever wonder why? Okay, so I want to tell you the gist of this story. Okay, basically, this story was about a king who had a advisor who has been advising him for like over 10 years. And one day, this advisor made a mistake. It was a grave mistake that caused the king to lose about 25% of his fortune. The king was pissed. Um, Obviously, the king at a point of time was not thinking about the fact that without this advisor, he wouldn't have had the fortune that he had, because the advisor gave him good advice on many different things. But because of that one incident anyway, that the king was so upset about, he decided that he's gonna throw the advisor to get killed by a bunch of like really angry dogs. It's something that he does with all the people that piss him off. So he gave the advisor like a week to do whatever he wants. He says you have full autonomy. So what happened was that the king's advisor, he went to the security guard, the one that watches over those that pack of really angry dogs in the pit, right? And he says, could I feed these dogs for the next couple of days? So the security guard was like shocked, because the security guard didn't know what was going on with the advisor. I mean, the king didn't tell him. The news didn't get there yet, and he was and so the security guard was like, okay, yeah, sure, if you want to. I never thought you had time to come around this place, so I'm gonna let you. You can just go ahead and feed the dogs. Play. So for the next 7 days, the advisor, he started off by feeding the dogs at first, and then he went in to play with them, give them baths, brush their hair, and the dogs started to like him. Initially, they were skeptical, of course, but as you know with dogs, you give them a little bit of food on a daily basis, then they start to look forward to you coming around, and then you start to play, and then they start to try to interact with you, play with you, and that's basically what happened. So on the eighth day, there was supposedly his execution day, when the king was going to throw him to the dogs. The king was totally puzzled and unaware that he had been interacting with the dogs for the past 7 days, such that on the eighth day, when he ordered his guards to throw the advisor to the dogs, they actually started licking and playing with him. The king was stunned. So the story ended by the fact that, like, the advisor told the king, well, surely you should have, surely you, like, I've just spent, I mean, these really angry dogs have taken down so many people, and I'm well aware of that. But, you know, just as I have just spent over the last 7 days, they have learned that I'm a friend and not a foe. So surely my last over 10 years of service with you should be worth way more than that. Okay, so how does this relate to trading? A lot of people like to jump in, and like, if anyone else were like the people that the king has thrown into the pit of dogs in the past, they would have been bitten to shreds, mauled to death. And it's just the same with the market. If you don't know what's going on, you jump in, you're gonna get messed up pretty bad. A pit of angry dogs that have been like tortured, starved, caged up, whatever. The market is the same thing. So I highly recommend that. I know a lot of people. Speaking of dogs, we got a lot of dogs around here. Okay, so just a moment. Let me get away from this barking dogs. I'm actually walking my dog at the moment as well. So if you want to get good at the markets, a lot of newbies are hungry for results. They're hungry for action. Okay? But I encourage you in the same way. Okay. If you jumped in, you started taking trades without a history of how the method would perform or how the markets would react, you will most definitely be killed by the markets. But if you instead took a different approach and you took a few days watching the charts, putting some indicators on the charts, seeing how the indicators react with the price action, learn a little bit more about behavior, and that's going to help you in very great ways. And here's the thing, you must be thinking, I've been trading the markets for the past 5-10 years, and so how do I still even need to do that? I don't need to do that. But at any point of time, if you are seeing diminishing returns in your trading, it means that you should go back to that stage of observation. Observe, play, interact with the markets, know how it feels, because while it is the forex market that we trade on to get decisions to make binary option trades, but it evolves, okay? And whenever it evolves, it's a different market. So whenever it evolves, you need to get back in there, spend the time, interact, play, observe, and then you will be ready and you will definitely not get killed by the markets when you start to trade again. All right, that's the message I have for you today, and I hope this helps you out. So if you jumped in later on this live video, watch it from the start. I hope this helps you out with your trading, and let me know in the comments how it's worked out for you. You're most welcome to share this video as well. Bye for now. Good trading.